there's no equity, right? Because you're going to probably try and stop me from doing the same thing that that man did, which is interesting because they don't matter. They actually don't. You guys don't even listen to the people. And what you did yesterday, as far as trying to have me arrested because I was bringing up your staff.
Can you stop Audra's time for a second? Audra, you can face that direction. You just have to speak to an agenda item. Just identify what agenda item you're speaking on. It's
All of
fine.
them.
As long as you're speaking in relevance to one of the, either the recommendations for or against any of the items on the consent agenda, you're welcome to your full time. Just indicate what you're speaking on, which recommendations you're speaking on, and you're welcome to your full time.
I'm speaking on them all because it all has to do with consent. And you don't have the people's consent. And you think that you do. And you think that you can sit up there and arbitrarily decide what people can and what they cannot say. And free speech shall not be infringed, and you infringe upon it all the time. And you know it. And it's sad because it's like, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to all of a sudden change the rules, give people one warning, and then you kick them out? What's the point of that? Like, does it make you feel good? Because it seems to make you feel good. It makes you, like,
Can you
feel
pause
powerful.
Audra's time for one moment?
Yeah.
Council, is speaking on consent generally considered appropriate to be relevant to one of the items on the agenda? Is that sufficient nexus?
The concept of consent is not related to the consent calendar. It needs to be an actual agenda item that's on the consent calendar.
So speaking to consent
So-
generally is not sufficient, but Audra can speak to any item on the consent agenda, any recommendation for or against any of them, but she cannot speak to consent generally as a concept. Is that correct? Okay,
How
Audra,
can you
thank
determine what free speech is?
Please restart her time.
You're going to restart it? See, I don't understand because for free speech, you can talk about anything that you want. And you can't say, oh, it can only be this, it can only be that. And that's the problem, is that that's what you like to do. Because you sit up on a dais and you act like you can just decide these things, decide what people can say. You don't even listen to the people. So it's a wonder why you even have to sit there and silence certain people and then not others.
Thank you. Your time is up.